Hey, and welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name's Ruben, and this is my review for Netflix's acquired new film called The Hand of God. It's in select cinemas at the moment. It comes out tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts below on this director. Do you have a favorite film of Paolo Sorrentino's films? Is this maybe going to reach that peak of, yeah, this might be my favorite of his? Let's jump in. The story of a boy in the tumultuous Naples of the 1980s, a tale of fate and family, sports and cinema, love and loss. When it comes to art house films, I think audiences go into the film with two mindsets. Well, probably don't go into the film with one mindset, or will be drawn to it with the other mindset. One is, this is going to be pretentious, artsy fartsy, and you're going to be like, yeah, this is not my cup of tea. I watch films for escapisms. And then there's those other people that love art house films, that want to eat up every slice, every frame, every kind of nuance that the film has to say about cinema verite, mise en scene, everything that you can see within the frame. Maybe you are a film buff yourself, you're studying film. That is generally what that is for. Sometimes people don't love the escapism, they love the real world stuff. There is definitely going to be two kind of camps for a certain art house indie sort of vibe film. However, when the magic comes to combining those two, where it's a beautiful film to look at, it has some deep meaning behind the film, but is riveting at the same time, then you've touched gold. Then you've touched some sort of magic in the film. When you're able to combine both audiences and say, hey, here's something that you're going to come away with knowing in your mind while you've watched it, this is beautiful, it's stunning to look at, every shot, it feels like I'm watching a director or people that make films at the top of their game. But at the same time, I was riveted and kind of really absorbed into the story with the characters and the actors. And for me, I felt like that's what this film accomplished. It's something magical. I also know, if you read up the description or you've seen a trailer, you'll be thinking some of this film is to do with football. It has a lot to do with the worship, almost the idol of Maradona, Diego Maradona, probably the best footballer of all time. Let's not get into that argument. But it's not about that. It's about the coming of age. It's about pretty much one young man, and you see the film through his eyes as he experiences first love, the loss of family, what it means to grow up where he's growing up, the culture, that everything just feels so vibrant, so alive. There's a scene where you have the whole family around, everybody's eating food, and in amongst that you get arguments, you get love, you get sorrow, you get jokes. Basically, it showcases what a real family is at a very realistic look at the way, as if you were a fly on the wall experiencing being there in that lunch with them. And that's what this film tries to do. It doesn't have much of an arc. There isn't like a grand story arc of what's going to happen in the beginning, middle, and end. Really, it's a snapshot of this young man. It's an experience of one summer in the 1980s where Diego Maradona, they're wanting him to come to their team. At the same time, he's growing up. He's wondering what he's going to do with his life next. He wants a girlfriend. His hormones are going crazy. But also at the same time, he has fears about life. And those are brought up to the screen magnificently when you experience sorrow and loss. There are real heartfelt moments in this film, also real sorrow. You feel it as you go along this journey with him, and by the end of the film I feel like you're just going to be like, yeah, that feels accurate. It's not going to make you feel sad, it's just going to make you feel like, well, that was a journey. The only issue I have with it is that there isn't a real sort of story arc in there. The story is this kid and what he's experiencing as he's growing up, coming of age story, and that is the story. For the most part, there are these plot point beats with family, with relationships, and then when you get to the end, you kind of go, okay, this is him sort of starting life, I guess. And that's the story. In amongst that, there are these little, even MacGuffin storylines, one to do with his sister, which I'll let you discover, little moments with other people that he meets along the way that are very interesting. Everything is really riveting to watch, even though it's very slow, very exciting to watch. Does that make sense? Some films visually just are able to captivate you through every frame. It's one I highly recommend. It's not normally my cup of tea of a film that I will go into like, yeah, excited to watch, when in fact when I put this on, I hope this managed to capture me, because sometimes these sort of art house films, they come across as pretentious. This film doesn't do that. It just feels like a meal. It's a buffet of life, and you get to experience that through this young man's life. I thought it was excellently acted. The score was fantastic. In fact, the score, the non-use of score or just sound effects in certain places are so powerful. You have the acting moments that will bring emotions, probably bubble up in moments that you're not expecting it. The direction of camera used to expose what a character is feeling in that moment when he draws back or when he pushes in. Just excellent. Excellent. Let me know your thoughts below. If this is a director you like to watch, let me know which other films of his I should watch, because I love this. Thanks so much for watching this review. Don't forget, it comes out tomorrow. But most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.